Hello everybody and welcome to Elden Ring. Now this is not a blind playthrough, this is the furthest thing from it. I've been playing this game on and off since the month of release. Got roughly 700 hours in it between the PS4 and the PS5 version. I've finished this game probably 2-3 times on my own, 2-3 times with my girlfriend, through the DLC with her. I love this game. I'd rank it third place as far as the Soulsborne games for me. Nothing will ever top Bloodborne. That is my number one game of all time. Got easily 1,400 hours in that game. I love that game. Dark Souls 3 takes second place. Then Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring is probably objectively a better game. There's so much more to do in it. There's just so much more. But I prefer the more linear. The linear interconnectivity. I love that. Bloodborne does that perfectly. Dark Souls, it tries. It's not very interconnected, but it is at least has that old school linear Dark Souls feeling. Elden Ring is massive open world, which probably makes it the better game. Objectively, there's much more replayability. There's just much more to do. But it's easier to get lost in that kind of environment. Dark Souls 3, you always have a task. There's always a clear direction to go. Elden Ring, it's almost too much, but I love the game. After that, it's probably Dark Souls 2 and then Dark Souls 1. I know that's a hot take. Again, Dark Souls 1, I think, is objectively probably the better game. The problem is it's just so old that even Dark Souls 2 feels smoother in comparison. Just because it is newer. It's a newer generation, newer controls. Even the Dark Souls 1 remaster, I don't think brought it to where it needed to be. As far as, like, the smoothness. I enjoy all of them, though. So this is not a blind playthrough, and it's not a regular playthrough either. My goal here is to get the Platinum on Elden Ring. I've done it on Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. I've always said Bloodborne was by far the easiest Platinum to get, until about a month ago, probably less, I helped my girlfriend get the Bloodborne Platinum on her game, and that was not as easy as I remembered. The pure amount of dungeons you had to go through to get a couple of those, besides just, of course, any of these, you're going to have to play through them 3-4 times to get all the endings, all the everything. But it was worth it. It was so fun. And Elden Ring seems like I always assumed would be the most challenging to get the Platinum, because it's such a huge game. But I'm thinking, looking at the achievements list here, I think it's going to be easier than Dark Souls 3. Because Dark Souls 3, I think, was the biggest Dark Souls game, and you had to collect every single spell, every single ring, which some of them don't even spawn until New Game Plus 2. And I'm thinking Elden Ring has more spells than the entire series combined. But looking at the achievements list, I only had to get the quote-unquote legendary spells, the legendary weapons. They were aware that this was a massive fucking game. So maybe this won't be as difficult. I have a few characters already made. A couple of them around the 150 range, because that was the meta for multiplayer, so I kept a few around there, and then one it's in the 300s. That's the one that I went through the whole game multiple times, the DLC, New Game Plus 2. But I'm gonna start fresh for the sake of the playthrough. It would probably be easier to get the Platinum if I started with one of those other characters. They got half the items already, right? But I'm gonna start fresh. I'm not sure what class I'm going to go with. I've got a few that I know I do not want to play as, but I'm not sure which one I'd like to. We'll figure that out when we get there. Okay, I thought it would do cutscene first. So right away, Vagabond, Warrior, Hero. Vagabond is the one I'd pick out of those three, but I don't want to pick any of them. I do like the look of Vagabond. I like the weapons. Warrior and Hero, both of them, I just hate the fit. Being honest, that's it. The Warrior, I enjoy the weapons. Because I don't remember, it's been a while since I played this game, admittedly. I don't think I've played much since after the DLC. And that's been at least a year, right? Maybe 2? So I don't exactly remember how dual wielding game works in this game. I think it's closer to Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, you could dual wield any 2 weapons you want, as long as you had the right stats. I think in this game, it's any weapons of the same class. Frankly, I hated how they went with dual wielding in Dark Souls 3. It was better than nothing. Dark Souls 1 didn't have dual wielding at all. But Dark Souls 3 had very specific paired weapons. There's maybe 6 paired weapons throughout the game. And those were the only weapons in the entire game you could dual wield. I believe in this game I could pick any 2 swords, any 2 axes, any 2... So I think that's the idea with the warrior. I do like that, but I hate the fit. So warrior's gone. Hero, again, I hate the fit. I'm not greatly fond of the weapons either. Bandit comes with a bow and arrow, which is nice, but again, we're going to have to pass on that. I think the fit is better than hero, but I need something more than just a dagger. I'm leaning towards astrologer. I love magic in these games, especially sorcery. So that is a solid contender. It looks like it just has a short sword as the weapon. Maybe that's a dagger. I think it's a short sword, but that's perfectly fine. It's got decent dexterity. Almost as much dexterity as the bandit, surprisingly. You'd think the assassin type character would have a lot more dexterity. Oh, there's more classes than I remember. Okay. So astrologer, I think I want slightly more than vagabond. But seeing those other classes, I think I'm going to pass on those. Prophet, I'm passing on. It has a spear, which is solid. And I'm not sure what that is around their neck, but it gives prisoner vibes. I do kind of like that a bit. I think I'm going to pass on samurai as well. I like the katana. Give some flaming arrows, that's cool. I like the fit a lot, but again, we're going to pass because of these last 2 classes. Now, prisoner and confessor. These are the 2 classes I started as years and years ago, when this game very first came out. I picked one of these, played around in the first area, started a new character as the other class. I forget which was my first, which was my second, and that is the class I beat the game with. Confessor has the incantations item, though. This isn't sorceries. Okay. They got the broadsword, and they have the cleanest fit here. But I'm going to have to go with prisoner. That kind of settled it for me. I don't want incantations. That's not the route I want to go. Wretch is hilarious, of course. And I'm a little tempted, but I'm going to go prisoner. I still like the fit a lot. The rapier or the estoc, I like that a lot. It's got the sorceries. We're going prisoner. I could spend forever in these character creators. Do I have anything interesting? Well, that's interesting, to be sure. Oh, even better. Okay, he looks like he's been a prisoner for a while. Yeah, he hasn't taken that helmet off in a long time. Yeah, we're going with him. That is definitely a prisoner. He's got the young voice, despite that. We're gonna go with the aged voice, just to fit the rest of that. Alright, so we got our origin. Let's get our keepsake. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. This is a very different type of game compared to what we've done previously on the channel, so it's probably going to be more edited. There's probably going to be some boss runs I'll have to cut out, some deaths I'll have to edit down when I throw my head at a boss wall 40 times. And it might take multiple, well, it will take at least 2 new game cycles, because there's 3 endings that there's achievements for. I have the default ending. I've gotten the default ending multiple times. And I'm vaguely aware of how to get the other 2 endings. I just haven't followed it all the way through. So we'll see how long this playthrough is. But we're getting the platinum. So I have a medallion inlaid with crimson amber, increases maximum HP. Lands between rune, get us some more money, some more levels. Golden seed seems the obvious choice. You get us another healing flask right away. The amber medallion seems the second best choice. Stone sword key, I know you can use that right at the beginning. That would probably be good if I can beat the boss at the end of that tutorial area. I'm not sure if I can. I said I played these games a lot. I never claimed to be good at them. And I'm really hesitant to use choose any consumables for this, because that's a huge item. That's an item I might not get for a very long time. That gives me a huge shortcut. This, one fight and it's over. I'm gonna go the golden seed. Give me that head start. And of course the name. I think we're ready. Cue the cutscene.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
That cutscene always goes so hard. There's no reason for that. Okay, already pressing the wrong buttons. There's no reason for that cutscene to go as hard as it does. But it does every time. I remember when this game first came out, my only disappointment is I forget if it was a pre-order bonus or if I got a special edition. I was so hyped for this game. It comes with the ring, the little whistle ring that you summon Torrent on. It came with a physical version of that, like a collectible. And my only disappointment, it was this like cheaply made little plastic thing that you felt like you were going to break. I thought it would at least be metal. I don't think that would be that much harder to just make it a metal ring. Maybe it wouldn't be like suitable to wear every day. It's a collectible. You want to keep it safe, but at least you wouldn't be worried about breaking it at that point. As far as the cutscene, I'm vaguely aware of the lore. It's been a while, of course. I'm going to press every wrong button. But even if you don't know the lore, that cutscene goes so hard. My only question, I've never stopped to think about this, when they're raising all the Tarnished there. And it's so cool. You can see the little piece of grace in every, in Gideon, the dung eater, every single person. You can see the little bit of grace by them. That's reviving them. But there's hundreds of bodies in that big room, which I assume are all tarnished. Why are we the only unknown tarnished to be raised? I guess maybe lore-wise they're all raised and most of them just give up or don't make it. By the time we're raised, everybody's already been at the round table hold for a while, right? So maybe we're behind on the times. Our maiden here is dead. Maybe that had something to do with it. We were just not revived as quickly as the others. I'm not sure. But there's very much a limited amount of Tarnished in this world that we interact with. Maybe 10 of them. There's hundreds in that. Oh, there it is. In that room. I hate how the gestures are set up as well. I swear, I adore this game. I will stop complaining. Eventually. Where's a good emote for this moment? That's the best I got. It's beautiful. That's one complaint nobody can make about this game is the graphics. I remember there's that infinite game journalist review of this game. I don't remember if it was game journalist or just a YouTube game reviewer. He mostly reviewed TVs for a living, but he made 5 videos on this game because he kept getting backlash every single time because he just kept talking about how terrible the graphics were, everything. You don't have to like this game. This type of game, is not for everybody. If you, I can't speak for other consoles, but on PlayStation at least, if you look at the achievements, it's so funny. Because most of these achievements are from when the game first came out, so people are paying full price for this game. And then you'll go to how many people have the achievement for even just beating the first boss. It'll be like 60%. Or even just getting past the tutorial, it'll be like 70%. And here's a spoiler alert. Aside from this thing we're about to just do, which you don't even have to survive, you don't have to fight a single enemy to actually get out of the tutorial area. You could just die and then walk through a couple of rooms, take an elevator, that's it. And 30% of people, at least on PlayStation, never accomplished that. 30% of people paid full price for the game and then never even got into the game. You know? I always thought that was crazy. I'm gonna put in this effort, but we're not beating. Already about out of magic. Yep. I do decent damage, surprisingly. It's that scream that's gonna kill me. I was waiting for it. So I do decent damage aside from that. Holy shit. Oh, I did decent progress. I took, what, a fourth of his health? Maybe that's big. A fifth. I did better than I thought I would.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Oh, I don't even have... Do I even have shoes? I'm a fucking mess. Helmet's all cracked and rusty. My shirt has holes. No wonder I didn't beat that boss. There we go. Okay. First things first, I gotta rearrange all of this. Okay. Now, how do I assign this? Gotta do it from over here, right? There we go. There we go. Now, I don't have to scroll through that bar on the bottom left. I just... Which one is it? Yeah, I just hold triangle, and I have any of my things right there, locked and loaded. My question is, how is this growing? There's no sunlight. That's my only question. I don't think I need this, but we'll do it for the fun of it. Maybe I do need it. I think that's going to be my only issue. Is the last few games I've played have not had that jump button. And this is the only Dark Souls game with a jump button. Aside from Sekiro, but... That's the only game in this, like, Soulsborne series... Thought I had more range on that I never beat with Sekiro. What's that boss that shoots lightning at you in his second phase? It's just a regular swordsman. You finally beat him. Phase 2, he starts throwing lightning. That's the furthest I ever got. That was back in high school when the very first game came out. I've tried to play it again since then. I did not get that far. I don't think I beat... I don't think I beat a single boss. Not for lack of trying. I could beat every single boss in Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. I beat this game several times. Every single boss in Sekiro is nigh unbeatable to me. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe we'll get further in this game. We'll get to actually fighting the bosses and I'll rage quit one of them. Who knows, but these games have never fucked me up nearly as bad as Sekiro did. And that's nothing wrong. There's nothing against the game. I love that game. I think it's very creative. I love the prosthetic. I love the mechanics. The combat feels nice. I'm just terrible at it. Here we go. Hardest boss in the game for the memes. Put some respect on Rick's name. Give him a gesture, a bow. And that's that, right? Wrong way, wrong way. Little Statue of America. I knew I was going the wrong way. Well, that's that tutorial ended. Oh, what an adventure it was. I've got to get my achievements list locked and loaded here. I've got an app on my phone that says it has every achievement. I can just check them off as I go through them. I'm gonna hit this elevator and then I'm gonna pause, take a second, go through that list, see what I actually have to do. I know I'll have to beat the whole game at least twice because there's 2 entire endings I need. And if I need every legendary weapon, I'll have to hit the fortress and the Mountains of Giants. I'll have to get the lightning bolt in the capital. I wish I knew where all the weapons were. For legendary spells, that probably comes from the graces of some of the big bosses. Alright, I'll be right back after I go through my list. Alright, so my list, not that bad. Every boss, almost, has been beaten. I think if it was the PS4 version, I would have beaten every single boss, but I've moved to the PS5 version. And I've not gone and beaten the ancestor spirits in the underground area of the game. I have not gone and re-beaten them on the PS5. So because we're trying to get the platinum on the PS5, I will have to re-beat both the ancestor spirit and the regal ancestor spirit. And then I need the other two endings, which again, I may have gotten them on PS4, but it's not where we are. So I've got the default ending, I need Ronnie's ending, and the, what's it called? The Frenzied Flame ending. So aside from the two endings and the two bosses, all I have is the legendary items. I need 9 legendary armaments, 9 legendary action remains, 6 of those, 7 legendary sorceries and incantations, and 8 legendary talismans. That doesn't sound so bad. But I imagine a lot of them involve quests. Bolt of Grand Sax, I know I just have to get to the capital. I can get that one. Dark Moon Great Sword, that is Ronnie's quest. Devourer's Scepter. Is that from... Oh, I'm Googling. Dropped by Rescuant Bernhal. I'm gonna be terrible pronouncing these names. Okay. I remember his quest. I could do his quest and have him invade me. If I just go and find him and fight him right here, right now, does he drop that? Can I get that right now? So the wiki just says he drops his hammer when he's beaten. And I find him in Limgrave the first time. I believe he can teach you different moves and sell you a few things. And then he moves up onto the volcano. Okay. Did some more Googling. I think I'm going to go for that right now. I'm hoping killing him now and not doing his quest doesn't block me off from some other item I need. But honestly, I just need to start checking things off this list. That's what I got the New Game Plus for. I'll have to go through it a second time for the other ending. So if I have to go through this a second time, any items I miss, any quests I missed, I can just go and get in the second playthrough. It'll be fine. So I think I vaguely remember where his shack is. I'm not gonna fight this big shiny fuck. I know that's not gonna go well. I have beaten him this early in the game, but I don't think I want to put in the 40-50 attempts it'll take me to do that. I'm going to swallow my pride and run like a bitch. Priority 1 is just getting 3-4 different graces so we can get Torrent.
Maybe to be a bit more fun about that, we'll get this boss fight up here. Dog. Just get away from Dog so he's not in danger. There it is. So there should be a Farum Azula beast at the end of this. Forgive me any names I pronounced wrong.
But I'll beat him. Did I use that? I turned around already. Did I use that golden seed yet? I think I need to use the golden seed. Okay, I guess I already did. Hello, wolves? You don't mind if I run past you, right? I think you're gonna mind. You're right there. Alright, first try, what do we think? I think we got this first try. We got magic, we can cheat a little bit. Oh, this is so cheap, beating him like this, but I have no regrets. We're not here to be honorable, we're here to get a platinum. We'll get the last bit of his health honorably. Okay. Oh, that missed. Oh, this is why we use spells. And fuck you. And we got a talisman out of it. Well, we got a talisman. We've set it. Oh, we only got one talisman slot. I am not used to that. At least Dark Souls and Bloodborne, you start off with the multiple slots. That's fine. We will collect those as we go. But we got one more grace than before. I think we just need 3 of them. One thing I love about this weapon is it does have... It's obviously primarily a thrusting weapon, but... Those are such wide slashes with this. I really like that I have that option. I'm probably going to stick with this starting weapon for quite a while, because I'm very fond of it. Yeah, that's something that I was so not used to when I started this game compared to Dark Souls. I didn't have to fight any of that huge encampment to get over here. You can just walk around. Even some of the demigods, you can just walk around. There's only...
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the 2 fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Well, we're going there anyway.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, that's exactly
Shall
what
I
we
turn
wanted.
your runes to strength?
Please.
Let my hand rest upon you.
Might have enough for
For
2
but a
levels,
moment.
maybe?
Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Okay. Logically, I think I should go Vigor. But I do like the idea of more damage. I think we're so low level that damage isn't going to do much for us. When we get our weapons more upgraded and the scaling matters more, then we can pump a bunch of points into dexterity, and we're just going Vigor for the moment. Maybe should have gone Endurance as well. gonna be dodging a lot. Okay. Up or down, up or down. I forget which one I did. I forget where I bound everything in my previous playthroughs. It doesn't matter. The idea is, and I'll put the Wondrous Flask in the top slot. So the idea is all my flasks and my horse, my spectral steed, are all right here. The press of a button. I don't have to scroll to get to them. And circle? Yes. But what I was saying, pretty much all the demigods are even optional in this game. Which is crazy because their main story bosses, Godric is optional, Rykard is optional, Radon is optional. Oh, I forget her name, and I apologize to her. She's probably the nicest one. I feel bad. The sorceress lady, the queen. I know it starts with an R. But she's optional. Obviously, you have to pick one of them to beat. Two of them, right? Because you need two to even get to Morgott. But Morgott's the only... How do I dismount? Can I just use the ring again? Yeah. Morgott's the only non-optional one, for sure. You just need to pick one of the four, two of the four, to be able to get to him. But all of them are technically optional. We need some more magic. Hello, jellyfish lady.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it. You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs. Or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven. Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little one.
I don't know who's watching this, if you've played the game before, or if you haven't. If you don't know what grafting is, in real life it's usually used on trees. I believe it's to make the trees grow stronger. They take branches and parts of other trees and put them on a different tree to help it grow stronger, fuller, however they'd like. I wonder how long this grafting has been going on in the lands between. That they have what looks like nobles, but I'm not sure. An unwanted noble child. As well as whole herds of people voyaging to come to be grafted. Not even to Godric, but just to one of his spiders. Not even the spider. Because there's more than one. There's at least 5, 6 of them. We already fought one and died to one before the tutorial, but there's another in his castle. There's another in a dungeon, another 2 in a different dungeon. And I believe if you look very close at the spider, and it's been a while, But I believe if you look very close at the spider, it's a child at the center of the spider. Maybe I will go back to my recording of me fighting him earlier, see if I can get a good clip that shows it, if I'm right. But the spider's this big hulking beast. But I think at the center it's just a kid that's just been grafted on so much by these poor people. Turned into this big monstrosity with 50 arms and 50 legs. So I don't know if they ever specifically say, but I think it's implied that those kids are Godric's offspring. And he's so obsessed with grafting onto himself, making himself stronger, that when it came to his own kids, he grafted onto them as well. Made them into the perfect bodyguards. I don't think they ever explicitly say either way. So much of these games is speculation and fan theory, but I thought that theory had something to it. Because it makes sense, because he probably views grafting as this very special, almost holy thing if he's willing to do it to himself. To bring himself to Godfrey's level in his head. He's not going to graft just some nobody. So it makes sense that every demigod has multiple kids. Godfrey would graft onto his own kids to make them stronger. Like I said, I remember vaguely where I'm going, but that's seeming less and less true with every circle I make. It's an NPC, it has to be. Where is he is the question. Okay. I guess I don't know if that's an NPC. He's got too much health to be an actual person. Unless he's just 1,000 levels above me. Good effort. Yeah, that's a talisman. I'm pretty sure that was an NPC. Stamina reducing attacks against blockers. Am I going to be hitting shields more than I'm encountering fire? I might. While we're here. Oh, I forgot I had to activate these. I probably passed by a couple of them. Whoops. Oh, you have more health than I expected. Oh, and I gotta finish you off, too. Nope. Oh, you can tell it's been a minute for me. Is this the cave where I get the katana? No, thank you. I don't think this is going to do any fall damage, but Yeah, because he wasn't together. And... okay. Figured there'd be one around the corner. Didn't think there'd be two of them. Place is crawling with them. No. No reviving. No. I don't mind killing you, but I do mind killing you twice. I got shit to do. Thank you. Alright, you're next, buddy. Even that doesn't kill him. Oh, I guess this weapon doesn't do extra critical damage. I thought it did. You think that would kill him either way. Some sturdy skeletons. There's one, but there's at least two or three above me. There's one. There's one. Well, I broke his guard there. That talisman's already coming in use. At least they're not all jumping me at once. One at a time, guys. Ooh, his eyes are glowing, so what, he gives extra grace? Extra runes, that's what it is. Come on, you're next. Stay down. I'm slowly getting into my flow here. You're next. Oh, I got another. So I'm not going to be able to keep him down. No? I guess those are just actual skeletons. I really thought they'd revive. Yeah, I see your back. I know. Are you gonna revive? No. You're not enough bones to do that. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Oh, now you all stand up. I see how it is. Yep. Alright. Wrong one. Yep, I get it. It's empty. Stay down. I got shot with a... Yeah, you did fall. I thought so. Now how do I fight you without getting shot? There we go. Yeah, this is the one I killed earlier. I guess at least I get to finish him off. That's satisfying. How do I get to those two? Here we go. Took that one to the corner. Yep. Ooh, you too. There we go. And when I finish this, there we go. Oh, it's been a minute, but all this cockiness is going to go away as soon as I fight an actual boss. I'm going to get my ass kicked. Yep. Alright. And Katana. Oh, I've played this game too much. Hey, buddy. Stay down. Alright, one enemy left. And this one's got a big old health bar. While we're here, I talked about endurance. I can't get 2. I have consumables. Almost guarantee it. 200. That's enough for a second level. 1 endurance, 1 health. So I can get stabbed more and I can roll more. It's like everything I've ever wanted. Alright, here's my guess. It's going to be one of those Egyptian, like, cat statues. Hopefully not 2 of them. 1 of them I can deal with. 2 of them I will rage quit. I'm fighting them either way, but... Ooh, interesting. You stay the hell away from me. But interesting. Was not expecting to fight you. I bet you do a crazy amount of damage. Not as bad as I thought. If he grabs me, I bet he'll one-shot me, but... There we go. What is that? Health from critical hits? I think breaking guards is going to be more useful. Death Root? I know somebody who will love that. Not that we've met him yet. Alright, and unfortunately I'm going to have to leave that episode right there. We haven't made much progress, but we're getting the feel of the game still. We got a few levels. We're going to find that guy's war shack. That's what next episode will start with. Me stumbling upon it after 20 more minutes of searching, but I'm having so much fun being back in this game. I'm getting in the flow a little. I'm remembering the controls a bit. I adore this game. I hope this is entertaining to anybody who hasn't played the game before as well. Because I know I'm not playing it like a normal playthrough would. I'm skipping around a little, I'm doing some weird shit. But I'm still going to let the dialogue play out. I'm still going to fight all the demigods. We're going to go through all the main bosses. We're going to get a proper ending. It'll be a proper playthrough. But I'm going to be all over the place collecting these achievements. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you continue to join me on this journey. I hope you continue to work your way through the playlist. If you like what you see, I have a couple other playlists on this channel, and I'm going to have many more in the future. Any thoughts about my gameplay, about the game, anything you'd like me to see play in the future, let me know in the comments. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.